Hey guys, it's Sheepy, aka the Pixel Nation's admin, and today I'm going to be doing a short video on the turn-based war system. I just implemented this. This was a great user idea that was posted on the forums, and so it is implemented. And I believe that it makes Pixel Nations unique from other nation simulation games. Because in other games, you can only fight, every so often. But in this game, we now have this turn-based war system, and how it works is wars can go at whatever pace the two players fighting want it to go. You see, once one person attacks them, they have to wait till the other person to attack until they can attack again. And if that is confusing, it sounds confusing to me even when I say it, I'm going to demonstrate it here for you guys. You can see here we've got my nation, Pixeltopia, yeah, me, Supreme Monarch Admin, and here we have this example nation that I've opened it up in a different browser, so I'm logged into both of these nations. And now having multiple nations for you guys is not okay for me. This is demonstration purposes only. I'm not cheating, so. Anyway, here we go. 10 days old, nation of example nation, blah blah blah. Anyway, this guy's got like 21,000 soldiers, 2,000 vehicles, 21 aircraft, 25 Navy vessels. No ballistic missiles or nukes. I don't think we have enough money for that. Yeah, no. But over here, we are in my admin nation. We've got 85,000 soldiers, 4,000 vehicles, 94 aircraft. So basically we have a lot more units here than we do in the other nation, but it'll demonstrate just fine. Because my nation power is 164 and the example nation's power is 44, I can't declare war on the example nation. The example nation has to declare war on me. In this game, you can declare war on any nation that has a higher power than you, but a nation with higher power, if they want to attack one with lower power, it has to be within like 15% range. So that's how that works. So basically now we just go to nations. We're going to find my nation. Here we go. Admin Pixeltopia, currently ranked number 5. And we're going to declare war here. Declare on admin, cause for war, unresolved conflict. That's fine. You've successfully declared war on the admin. Alright, so now we head to My Wars, and it says we can launch a ground attack, launch an aerial attack, launch a naval attack, launch a ballistic missile. We can't launch a nuke yet, because we started the war, and you can't, or I disabled first strike, or I don't even know how to say it. Basically, if you start the war, you can't launch the first nuke. Now, if we go to my nation, we're going to have a message here. You can see it comes up in the mailbox. War declared. Example leader has declared war on you. Their cause for war was unresolved conflict. So now we go to these wars, and you can see that right now we have the ability to launch any of these attacks, even the warhead, because we are the defender. And here you can launch the attacks, except for the nuke as well. So basically, when you start the war, either person can begin the attacks. But likely it's going to be the aggressor because they're going to be logged in. The defender isn't necessarily going to be logged in when you attack. They could be. But yeah, so anyway. Now that we are here, I'll show you guys. If I launch an attack, here's our ground attack, 21,000 soldiers, whatever. You can deploy as many as you want. And we fight the battle. And here comes the results. You've engaged admin in a ground attack. You lost the battle, killing 783 enemies and losing $86,000. You lost 417 soldiers, 0 snipers, 0 paratroopers, 17 nomads, 12 mavericks, and 9 longhorns in the battle. Any peace offers have automatically been cancelled. And the nomads, mavericks, and longhorns are all different types of tanks that I made up, in case you're wondering. But basically, yeah, that's how that works, the ground battle. And now you can see that if we go back to the wars page, we can't attack. It's our opponent's turn. Now, there's no time limit. If the opponent doesn't want to attack back, then they don't have to. And then, basically, after 5 days, your war expires. So, this is a great system for pacing things however you like. Because if one player logs in, once every 3 days, and the other one's on 5 times a day, you're only going to have to fight your battles 3 times, or once every 3 days. Because it goes, it's paced on the slowest player, basically, if that makes sense. So, on the other hand, if you have 2 players that are logging in like 6 times a day because they want to fight each other, then they'll go back and forth and maybe have 6 battles in one day, where maybe it'll take another player, 5 days to get in 6 battles. It all just depends on the players. And like I said, you can pace this as quickly or as slowly as you want, and that's why it's such a good system and makes Pixel Nations unique from other games. So I'll show you guys now if we go back. Nothing should change here. It should still be all our turn. But if we launch a ground attack now, we've got quite a few more soldiers and stuff. You've engaged Example Leader in a ground attack. You won the battle, killing 399 enemies and stealing $163,000. You lost 659 soldiers, 0 snipers, 0 paratroopers, blah blah blah. Anyway, now we go back to our other nation, and you can see that if we go to wars, now it's our turn again. We can launch attack. But if we go back to our wars here, it's the opponent's turn. So that's basically how that works. And now that I've got that covered, it's the same for aerial attacks and naval attacks. I'll just show you what those are like. Basically, you deploy your units the same way, come up with the results, killed 0 aircraft, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, naval battles, same thing. Except now you've got, ships. So, sunk no enemy ships, blah, blah, that's fine, but we won. And then, now I'm going to show you guys ballistic and nuclear attacks. Ballistic missiles... you have to obviously purchase one to use it, but you can choose to launch it at one of your opponent's cities. You can't launch it at their capital because that would just be unfair. But you can see that we've got 2 cities here: our example city, which is our capital, and Newport, which is this other city I made. And there's not too much to it. It's got 61 of each zone and 3,500 square kilometers of land. And you can see that if we launch this ballistic missile at it, it'll say you have successfully launched a ballistic missile at your opponent's city of Newport. The city was partially destroyed, killing 579,555 citizens and 2,927 soldiers. So now you'll see, if we refresh this, all of a sudden we are at 11 zones each. Ballistic missiles will destroy up to 50 zones in your city. If you have less than 50 zones in your city and a ballistic missile is launched against it, it'll just set you down to 0. It also destroys half your land. So that's how ballistic missiles work, and you'll see now that ballistic missiles work the same way. Now it's our turn to launch all these attacks, except for the nuclear attack, which I'll show you guys how nukes work as well. Which means that this city of Newport is going to go bye-bye, except it looks like I need to buy a nuke first, which I do have the money for. You also have to have a wonder, or a marvel, sorry, not a wonder, to buy nukes. But anyway, we can call this one... You can name your nukes as well, which is what I'm doing. We can call this one Sheepy. And buy nuclear weapon. Congratulations, you bought a nuke. Wonderful. Alright, so now we go to wars. And we can launch this warhead. So, we've got the nuke to launch. Sheepy, city to attack Newport. Launch warhead. Alright, you have successfully launched the nuclear warhead nicknamed Sheepy at your opponent's city of Newport. The city was completely destroyed, killing 209,100 citizens and 4,391 soldiers. Your opponent's national happiness has been dropped by 30% for the next 6 days. So that's how a nuke works, and now if we go to our overview in the other nation, no Newport. It's completely gone. Nukes will wipe another person's city off the map, whereas ballistic missiles will only damage it. And basically, that's how the turn-based war system works. I hope you guys maybe found this video informative and helpful. And if you did, I'd appreciate it if you subscribe to this YouTube channel, just so you can get all these updates right away. I'll probably post this on the forums, just to make it easier for more people to find. And with that, again, thank you guys. Thanks to everybody for playing, constantly adding new features and stuff. So I really appreciate it. And I will see you guys around. Have a wonderful, awesome day.